Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty. It is January, which means I am getting back to my regular crafty schedule after doing different things in December. And that means it is time to kit build with the Counterfeit Kit Challenge design team. So if you're new here, one of our team members chooses a kit to inspire us, and then we shop our stash and build our kits. So let's take a look at our inspiration. This one is from Hip Kit Club, and this is their December 2023 kit reveal. And this is what we are going to be inspired by. This product is exclusive to HipKit, so if you don't subscribe to their kits, counterfeiting your own kit is a great way to be inspired by a company that knows how to put things together and yet gives you the flexibility to include extra of what you like the most or leave out things that you don't. So let's take a closer look at this kit. There is a full list here of the supplies in here, but I'm just going to do it visually. And ooh, I do have a very big picture here. So let's kind of start over on the left. I can make it even bigger. Look at that. All right, we've got some kind of snowflake reminiscent polka dots. We've got some soft blue geometrics, some pink florals. Now this one is definitely a graphic snowflake design. That's kind of fun. I don't have anything like that in my stash. A little bit of houses, yellow geometrics, something sweater textured. That's interesting. I skipped over. We've got some blue foliage, some navy snowflakes. Let's see what else. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller again. All right, lots of geometrics for sure. Blues, pinks, a little bit of yellows. What else is catching my attention? A little bit of plaid. Definitely more sweater. So the florals are kind of interesting mixed in with this snowflake. And quite honestly, I have no idea what I want to do. Our winter's been pretty wet this year, and we don't necessarily get much snow, hardly at all. But I like it when it does snow. So I am inclined to want to use those snowflakes, but I just don't know. Let's see, what else have we got? Some very homey icons, some snow globes and lanterns and birds. Ooh, I kind of like this bird. I wonder if I could go with a winter bird theme. These are the things that go through my head as I'm, using the inspiration to kit build. Some sweaters. Maybe I could go along those lines. Let's see. So in terms of items in the kit, we've got our pattern papers. We've got a multicolor alpha. Looks like some stickers and chipboard. These might be chipboard or they may be puffy stickers. We've got die cuts. I see some kind of New Year's theme in there. These might be rub-ons, snowflake rub-ons, some word phrases, a few kind of tag items. All right, okay. I have said enough about this because you can see everything, and I will have links to you below if you want to go take a look at this yourself in person. And there will be links to all the other ladies who are on the team designing their kits so that you can see all the interpretations of how we will use this kit. All right, I'm going to go to my scrap space and start pulling some items based on some of those thoughts that have popped into my head. All right, I am back with my stack of papers, and I have done some picking and editing ahead of the video. Now, this paper is an example of a multicolored sheet of paper that I like to build my color palette from, and so I've added in some yellow as well, which wasn't in that paper. I just wanted to highlight some of the things I do to make sure I've got a colored palette going on. Now, this first piece of paper was a little woodland critter, which was inspired by that sheet that had the tree trunks and the birds on it. And I did pull a navy tree trunk. As you can see, I skipped past that really quickly. I do have this kind of polka dot reminiscent of snowflake pieces. There were a few florals in the inspiration kit, so I did pull a few florals in my color palette. Now, they aren't perfect matches, but they're close enough for me. There was also a kind of a starshine sparkle print, and while mine is in the navy color, I really like this print, so I added that one in there as well. And it goes along with the tree brand or the tree trunk print in a navy that I chose instead of the lighter color because I just don't have that in my supply. So I always tweak things when they work for what I've got on hand, including I've got some of these snowflakes both in a calm pattern and in a bold pattern. I have some winter foliage in a nice calm blue. Again, it's not the exact fit for some of the other blues in my kit, but I think because all of the papers are not going to be on the same layout together, I can find pieces that will mix and match. Now, plaid was definitely the first place I started when I was building this kit, and I pulled plaid after plaid after plaid, and I did have to narrow down and eliminate, but I came to a few pieces of plaid that I just really liked. It felt warm and cozy to me, and had a variety of opportunities for doing both Christmas, winter, and everyday layouts. So I think the flexibility matters. And this geometric print was just based off a couple of the bold yellow prints in the kit that I wanted to replicate a little bit, and it brings in more yellow and pink to the color palette. And so that wraps up my papers, and we'll move on to embellishments. Now I have a huge stack right here, but the only thing I want out of this stack is really that bird, and it is duplicated in various bits and pieces of this collection, which is the Trail Mix collection from Simple Stories. And so while it looks like a lot of embellishments, really, I'm just going to use those birds, and I'm just going to leave all the packages there because I don't know which birds I'm going to use, not all of them for sure, but I will pick and choose as I'm creating. I do have a stencil of winter foliage, and then also I have this Simple Stories collection, which was, I think it's called Flea Market, that's it. And I will use a few of those homey icons that I noticed in the inspiration kit out of this particular collection. So that sticker book has a couple of alphas that I might make use of as well. So even though I won't use everything out of that sticker book, I will use a few bits and pieces. Now this little tray, I have pulled random supplies from my kind of random embellishment stash, including some animal icons for that kind of winter critter feel. I had one sweater in my stash, which is purple, which is not in my kit, but who knows if I'll make use of it. I did have that one piece of paper that had some gold sparkle in it, so I am going to add a little bit of gold to this kit as well. And that was not in the inspiration at all. This is the shift that I make when I'm building my own kit. So I have another selection of embellishments here, and I think most of these are from Pink Fresh Studio. And again, there's just a few icons here and there in these collections, like oven mitts for baking stories, tea kettle for that homey feel, some little furniture pieces, some sweaters, things like that. And I'm gonna, oh, some slippers, yes. I'm gonna just pick and choose the elements that I need from those collection. I do have this set of Christmas pieces, which I might use a lot of because I do have some Christmas stories to tell this month. And the few pieces that I just zoomed past were just the puffy versions of the same ephemera. So I am not done yet. However, I'll just give you a hint of what I've got going on here and tell you that this project that I'm working on with all of these stamps will be up on the 4th because the Counterfeit Kit group does a challenge called Forgery on the 4th, where we are inspired by things from the inspiration kit that we don't already have in our stash that we can make ourselves. So I pulled out a range of my stamps with the homey icons, the winter critter icons, a little bit of snowy icons, and I am going to make my own die-cut ephemera embellishments with a lot of the icons that I do want to use in my kit this month. So join me on the 4th for that project. And until then, I hope you will go check out all the other team members and see how they interpreted their kits. I know some team members do actually subscribe to the Hit Kit Club, so they may be including some of their original kit pieces in their kits and do a mix and match version. So check them out. All the links for everything I've talked about are down below. If you have any comments or questions, drop me a line because I will get back to you. And until I see you next time, have an artful day.